Yes, this anime is an isekai and many people didn't even realize it. Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're all well. I'm the Monio, the interdimensional demon who talks the most about Lords of the Mysteries on YouTube, and you're on my channel. A Chinese protagonist performs a ritual that makes him be transported to another world, during the year 1349, in the body of Klein Moretti, a historian who apparently committed a mysterious crime, and he soon realizes that this world is very similar to the world of Bloodborne, and that there are different types of powers and beings. Klein goes to a fortune teller to try to predict his future, and draws the Fool card, related to his present, which means new beginnings. After realizing he was being followed, Klein returns home and tries to do the ritual again to return to his true body, but ends up going to a kind of spiritual world where he discovered he had powers, being able to manipulate that world to create a sanctuary. In addition, in that world there were two other people who treated the protagonist as if he were a deity. Only then does he decide to adopt the name of the tarot card that the fortune teller gave him, and becomes known as Mr. Fool. The episode continues with the police officers who were chasing him knocking on his door, and eventually using powers to get information from Klein, and the episode ends with the police officers revealing themselves to be the Beyonders that are mentioned all the time in the episode, who are basically people with special abilities, very powerful, who can be of different types, and this is explained better in the second episode. The main reaction of everyone who watches the first episode of Lords of the Mysteries is that many people had difficulty understanding what was happening, and there was no direct explanation about how things work in that world, or who the so-called Beyonders are and things like that, and this is common in Chinese narratives. There is no expository dialogue, no character will appear explaining how powers work, or what the lore of that world is like. Things simply happen, and the answers will appear as the plot progresses, and I confess that I really like this type of narrative, which doesn't hold your hand to explain things that you could deduce yourself. But speaking specifically of Lords of the Mysteries, a less frenetic first episode, with some basic explanations at the beginning, would make the story a little more friendly, because many people will watch the first episode and not understand anything, and it's not because you're stupid, but because there is a lot of information, and a lot of concepts at once. For example, I needed to watch the episode twice to be able to minimally understand what happened. The second episode, on the other hand, has a much calmer pace and we are better introduced to the concept of the Beyonders and how it works in practice, as well as other concepts of this world, with the protagonist choosing the specialty that allows him to have precognition and see things in other layers of reality, which is very interesting from the main character's point of view, since we're getting to know the world through his point of view. And one thing that really caught my attention in this anime is the quality of its animation, which is absurd. Seriously, there are several current animes that are well done, such as Frieren, One Piece, Demon Slayer, but in Lords of the Mysteries the animation is on another level. It is a quality that is not common even in animated features like Makoto Shinkai's films, for example. This shows how Chinese animes are coming on strong. But what about you? Have you watched Lords of the Mysteries? Does the type of narrative in the first episode attract you, or does it not spark your interest? Leave it in the comments, and if you like the video, subscribe to follow the next content. Until next time my people, demonic hugs.